Well, I'm out here at Backyard Bird Shop. I'm with Darlene. And, a couple weeks ago, Darlene, we were out at the Japanese garden, and a bat, decided that he liked Judy and landed on Judy's back. So, which was kind of surprising. And it seems like bats, a lot of times we freak out when we see a bat. But that's not necessarily that, thing, right?
Right, right. So bats are often misunderstood. They have a history of being understood. Folks are afraid of them. We used to hear that they're going to go into your hair and bite you. All of these are bat myths. They're actually very beneficial. They're one of the most beneficial animals on Earth.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you hear about rabies and you kind of freak out, but that's not necessarily.
Just like raccoons, not every bat has rabies. In fact, very few do. And so it's not really something that you're going to come across very often.
Now, bats have some pretty amazing senses.
They do. They have echolocation ability, and they are adapted so well that they can actually see a single strand of hair at night. So when you see bats around and they're coming close, they know exactly where you are. They're not going to hit you. And as far as a mammal, they're the only mammal that flies. They hang upside down to sleep and rest. They're really unique.
So there's a lot of benefits of having bats in your yard.
Yeah.
What are some of those benefits?
Well, there's a lot. There's insect pest consumption. They eat millions of pounds of insects, and they help reduce crop failure, which is a huge savings to our farmers. Plant pollination and seed dispersal. So they're vital to the genetic diversity and the regeneration of tropical rainforests. They're important to medical research.
Yeah, there's a lot of studies.
There's all kinds of things being studied about bats and where they benefit us on a medical basis.
And not all bats are created equal. We have different types of bats here in the Northwest, right?
Here we have, in the U.S., we have 47 species of bats, 15 in Oregon and 8 here in our area.
Oh, very interesting. So, if we want to try to attract bats to our garden, what do we need in our yard to attract them?
So, here's the deal. You can put in a pond. That's quite a bit, maybe for some folks. But you can also plant a garden for bats. There are flowers, you guys would know,
right.
the flowers that release their scent at nighttime. So you can turn on your outdoor lights and then avoid using pesticides. And then the easiest thing for all of us to do is put up a bat house.
Right. And so you have a really nice selection of bat houses and bat apparatus here at the store, at your stores. So when we're trying to pick out a bat house, what do we need to look for?
Ideally, a bat house is going to be at about 2 feet tall, 15 inches wide, and it will have multiple chambers. The chambers should be no more than 1 inch apart. Okay. And so the reason for that height is on a hot day, they can come down to where there's more ventilation, but on a cold day, they can get up near the ceiling where the heat is trapped, and they're going to be much more comfortable.
Okay. Is there a good placement of where we should put those in our yard?
For sure, yes. So you want to be able to put them at least 15 feet high, but perhaps most important is morning sun. Morning sun is going to warm those bats at the coldest time of day, and if you can, put it in a location that is going to have 6 hours of sunlight.
Okay. Well, you guys have, out here at your backyard bird shops, you have a nice selection of just for bats.
Yes.
And you have a lot of information on your website too about how to bring bats to your garden and their benefits. And you can always come into any backyard bird shop and talk to their knowledgeable staff about bats and why the benefits of bringing those bats to your garden is a great thing. So Darlene, it's been great to be out here and educate us on, the myths about bats and how they're great for the garden. So thanks for having us today.
Thank you.